What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Now today I have something special for you guys. This is highly requested. Oh my god, for the last few weeks ever since these launched, I have heard, Jeffree, when the fuck are you gonna review the KYLIE Cosmetics KYLIGHTERS? And I'm over here like, well, I was waiting as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it out there as always, you know me, Mrs. Honesty over here, that KYLIE's team always sends out a PR package every time there is a new collection. Whether it was the Valentine's, the liquid lips, anything, we always, and when I say we, I mean a lot of my fellow YouTubers like Manny and Jacqueline and Nikki, we always get the products sent to us prior to a launch. Now, here's the thing, I only review things that you guys want me to review, so am I dying every time to get something in the mail? Absolutely not, no shade. But on a real level, if you guys highly request something, of course I'm gonna film it. So, the launch of the KYLIGHTERS was around the corner, like a week or two ago, and crickets! There was no package! So I was like, what the fuck? And I even tweeted at KYLIE and I said, hey girl, can't wait to try your highlighters. And she wrote me back, hope you love them. The PR package never came. Now, it wasn't just me. No one got them. They were never sent out. Of course, they launched first time, sold out in 5 minutes. I was like, oh, okay, girl. I guess no one's gonna be able to try them before they even come out. So then, I was just in New York the past few days, and the second launch came out. And what happened? They were sold out in 9 minutes. But my friend and fellow YouTuber Jay Kissa happened to buy them right on the dot, and she got them in the mail, and she graciously let me borrow them to try them out because homegirl missed the motherfucking launch. So I have all of them here, you guys. I have all 6 shades. Jess did lightly swatch these, but I've actually never tried them before. So I did my makeup today and I didn't do any highlight. Obviously my face looks bare as fuck. But I actually just landed from New York literally like a few hours ago. Homegirl is jet lagged, but here I am. And today we are going to swatch and try out all 6 KYLIGHTERS. But before we dive into these swatches, I gotta talk about the packaging, so we're gonna break it all down, you guys. Packaging, prices, formula, smell, you guys know the drill with that. So, if you wanna see these swatches and you wanna see them on my face, then keep on watching. So I do have all 6 here today, and I am going to show you guys the packaging. So here is 3 out of 6. Now, they are very monochromatic, so the logo on the front is kind of hard to read. You kind of have to move it around and it has like a glossy. The unicarton is glossy, but the text on the front is a more matte finish. So you do have to kind of move it around to see it. It is kind of hard to read, honestly, on a real level. Now, when you flip them over, it is basically a clear sticker with the information on it. All right, so when you open them up, you get this little guy, so it matches the packaging. Now, I will say this, from seeing them online and I saw the cardboard component, I was like, oh my god, I wonder if it's gonna feel really light. But it feels heavy, like it feels like a mild little brick. Like it's not a flimsy type of thing. It feels heavy, which of course I appreciate. So when you open it up, it looks like this. There is a mirror, which is nice, and of course you get the typical drip on the pattern just like all of her previous packaging. So individually, these are $22 a piece, which I think is a fair price point, maybe. I mean, we're gonna see if they work, right? Of course. But I mean, obviously she's not drugstore and she's not Chanel. I think she kind of falls in the middle of that kind of high-end price point, but not extreme. So for $22, you let me just look on the website. For $22, you get 0.34 ounces, which is 9.50 grams for all of you people out there that like to know the weight of everything. Now, I always get asked, like, what do things smell like? And now I know when the peach palette came out, everyone was on an uproar because it kind of smelled, I guess, chemically. Mine didn't personally. So a lot of people are like, Jeffree, you're lying to us. You're just saying you loved it. The palette worked great for me, as you guys saw on camera a month ago, but it didn't really smell crazy to me. But let's put this one to the test. I mean, honestly, it doesn't smell crazy to me. There's like a faint kind of like chemical smell, but I honestly feel like it probably is like the packaging. I mean, people forget that these pans are glued in. I don't give a fuck what brand it is, whether it's Tom Ford or Wet n Wild, everything is glued down. So sometimes there might be a fragrance that you are not used to. I don't really know. I'm not sure about this brand particularly, but it doesn't smell crazy to me. Now I am gonna take my index finger and I am going to go like this. Oh. Okay, so there's my finger. Now, I don't know what I was expecting, but it almost feels like not wet. It's like a, It's not a wet feeling, but it is kind of like a creamy feeling, which I love. I don't like chalky highlighters. I mean, who does? So this one actually feels nice so far. One thing that I did notice that was a little weird was when you look at the unit cartons, you see the shade names are on top. This one is French Vanilla, and then we have Strawberry Shortcake. But then when you get to the Cotton Candy Cream, it's like a sticker was placed on top, so I'm not sure if they didn't finish the packaging in time or what happened. But I remember Kylie Snapchatting this in particular, and she said, oh, this is like a lab sample or one that was made for me to like take home. But they're shipping them out with the label glued on the top. Not that that's like a negative, it's just kind of something interesting because the rest of them are screen printed on the unit carton. But Cotton Candy Cream was not, for whatever reason. I have no idea why. I think it's only fair that we try a few colors on my face today. We'll try my cheeks, maybe below the brow, and then I'm gonna do all 6 swatches on my hand. So let's dive into it. All right, so I wanna try out this shade called Banana Split first. It is literally like a pure gold color. I think it looks really pretty in here. Now I'm gonna use 2 different brushes today. I'm gonna try one side of my face with a packer brush, and then the other side of my face I will do a fan brush. So I guess let's dive in. So let's go in here. Of course, this is a clean brush. We're just gonna put it around a few times. Okay, I see you on there. Now the pigment on the brush is not insanely crazy, but let's see how it looks on the face. And I'm just gonna use the mirror that's right here, and let's give it a whirl. Okay, Now, the only reason why I'm pausing is because you guys know I'm used to a blinding highlight. Not that this was advertised as the most blinding thing on earth, but it's a lot more sheer than I think I expected. Let me put on a few more layers, of course, that's only fair, and let's see what they look like. Okay, so second layer, it's definitely building. It's not like it's falling off or the product is like coming off. Okay, there we go. It's looking a little more pretty. So this is the third go around with the brush. Okay, that is really pretty. It's not like one swipe is the most blinding thing on earth, which of course some people do not even want that. But I am quickly, just for fun, gonna go on the website and read you guys what the description of the product says, because I forgot to do that like I usually do. So this one says that this KYLIGHTER single is your secret weapon to create the perfect Kylie glow. Each KYLIGHTER single comes with one pressed illuminating powder highlight that can be used to recreate Kylie's favorite looks or customize your own. So it really doesn't say if it's supposed to be blinding, it just says the glow. Now I know that Kylie herself is not the biggest highlighting fan. She does not want to be dripping in metal. Why not though, girl? I personally love that effect. But as you guys see in the camera, it is blinding. It's pretty. I definitely had to add a few layers, but that took like 5 seconds. So I don't think it's really a negative thing that it wasn't like metallic screaming in your face, you know what I mean? So let's try another color. All right, now I'm gonna try a little Morphe fan brush with the shade Strawberry Shortcake. That is cute. Now I don't know what color this is. It almost looks like a champagne-y, like a pink color. So let's give her a whirl. I'm just gonna go in with the brush over here, get this nice and coated, and let's try this cheekbone. Ooh, okay. This does have like a faint kind of like pink-ish tone to it, but it's very pretty. It's very champagne. So let me go in with a second layer. Now the thing that I like about this, you guys, is that it's not making my pores really stick out, because some highlighters, oh my god, all of a sudden my pores are like screaming in your face. But looking in the monitor and looking up close, it's pretty. I think I already like this one a lot more than this one. For some reason, this one feels a little more, I want to say like reflective. So let me put on a third layer. You know me, I like to really layer it down. This one is blinding, it's glowing. Of course, this is now like 3 layers on top. So if you really want that desired effect of like, oh my god, you can see me from outer space, you definitely have to layer with these. But I really like this color. I'm like, okay girl. All right. Let's try another one. A shade that everyone was dying for me to try is the French Vanilla highlighter. Now this one looks really pretty. It's almost like a yellowy white pale color. So I'm gonna go in with a clean packer brush, and let's just kind of hit my cupid's bow, maybe the tip of my nose. Like, let's just get that glowy look going. Now let's hit the cupid's bow. This one is definitely pretty. I love how it's like, it's metallic. It's almost more metallic than this one, to be really honest. Now, I am gonna add a little bit on my chin as well. I mean, this is a highlighting video. Let's highlight our damn face. All right, so I'm gonna use this little angled synthetic brush, and I'm just gonna go in here and go right below the brow and see what kind of, oh wow, okay. Damn, with the little brush, it almost made it look way more opaque than when I went in with the highlighting brush. I mean, that brow is lifted all of a sudden. Good morning, surgery. All right, you guys, I'm a little shook because for some reason, the highlighting brush, I mean, they look beautiful on my cheeks, I'm not gonna lie. But this made it like the pigment show up a lot stronger. I'm kind of like, whoa. But wow, okay. So since we played with these for a few minutes, I think it's only fair that we swatch all the shades and then give you my final thoughts. All right, here is French Vanilla. Yes. And here is Banana Split. Here is Salted Caramel. And here is Cotton Candy Cream. Here is Strawberry Shortcake. And then here is Chocolate Cherry. Bam. Alright, so swatching them on my hand, obviously you guys could see that they were a little more sheer than previous highlighter review videos, like maybe the Nicole Guerrero Anastasia palette. When I swatched those on my hands, they were blinding. But of course, I feel like I'm gonna keep repeating myself. If you do not want a crazy blinding look, then these are definitely for you. But just swatching them on my hand, some of them were a little sheerer than others. You can see that these two look a little more blinding than the rest. And then these three to me look really similar. So I feel like there needs to be a little, maybe more colors in the range. I think this one and this one are really unique, but these three are very similar. Alright you guys, so I was pleasantly surprised with these. I mean, you guys know I expect a really blinding highlighter. I think my only thing that is a negative, for $22, I expected like the formula to be like unreal. I think that when I used that synthetic brush for under the brow bone, it showed up a lot more striking than on my cheeks. I had to definitely go in with several layers, and I think if you're gonna pay that amount of money for something, you really want it to work right away. But let's rewind. You know, there are, you know, drugstore highlighters like Wet n Wild, which are $4.99, that literally have maybe even more pigment and they're more blinding. So if you are someone that wants a little more subtlety, I think that these are perfect for you. Of course, you can wet the brush, you can make things more intense. You saw what this did for under the brow, which I definitely will be using in future videos. But all in all, I think that they're cool. They didn't like blow my mind. I think the packaging's cute. So I know this may shock everyone, but I'm really not gonna give this a approval or a Jeffree Star disapproval. This just really, like, they're cute. I'm definitely gonna use them in, you know, I wanna use them more, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I would love to play around with them in future tutorials and see if I'm really in love with them. But right now, it's kind of like mediocre in the middle. I did not fall in love with thick highlighters. So, of course, if you guys tried them, let me know and sound off in the comment section down below of what your favorite shade was. Of course, you saw the hand swatches, you saw the face swatches, so let me know what you loved best. Thank you so much for watching another first impressions video. Let me know what you guys want me to review next. There are so many products coming out. We're only into March. I'm like, oh God, help me. I'm like, if you guys saw my makeup desk in front of me, you would scream. Whoever wants to come over and help me organize, I'll send you my address. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye, guys.